the steel, 21,500 tons of special grade steel, all created locally, has been used for this aircraft carrier. And I was reading, Abhishek, that is steel equivalent to 3 Eiffel Towers that's been used for this aircraft carrier. I'd like to bring in Abhishek Bhalla also on this broadcast. Abhishek, we played out for our viewers earlier one of the reports that you filed on board INS Vikrant. And I'm sure all our viewers want to know, what was that experience like to be on board INS Vikrant, to catch a glimpse of, the decks before anyone else in the country?
Well, surely it was a thrilling experience, Akshata, and when it comes to aircraft carriers, obviously the most splendid view and aspect is the flight deck. But to understand what a marvel it is, one needs to roam around the entire warship, go up and down 15 decks. I've done that several times. The hangar area, the 2 huge lifts, that carry the aircraft up to the flight deck and bring them down when required within minutes. The cooking area, I mean, spick and span, clean, all new equipment has been brought in, can make up to 10,000 chapatis a day. So just gives you a sense into what an effort is required to make sure how this floating airbase functions. There is a hospital inside, fully functional, with all amenities. So it's things like this. Right at the bottom of the warship is the engine room. I found that extremely fascinating. 4 gigantic gas turbines is what gives it the power to sail without refueling for 45 days. One of the better features of this warship, perhaps, and somebody described it to me very well, that it can go up to Brazil if required without refueling. It can sail the entire coastline of India twice without refueling. So that's the power that those 4 gas turbines give it, and that's what makes it different from other aircraft carriers that we have used. Also, the electricity generated is enough for entire Kochi town, so you can just get an understanding, and I have a first-hand experience of going through the entire warship, not once but twice. Last year, when final touches were being given, I got the opportunity to be on board, and it's a great experience. And in a few minutes from now, Vikrant in its new avatar will be officially Indian naval ship INS Vikrant.
Abhishek, you're a lucky guy. You're going to get a chance to be on the Vikrant twice. I don't know how many people get to actually do that. But from where you're standing, is the ship visible? Can we see her today, or is it out of sight until the Prime Minister arrives?
Just a glimpse. Just a glimpse. Yeah. I'll give you a sense of where we are, Shiv. This is the area just outside where the Vikrant is, and behind these screens, there's this huge plastic screen. I don't know if you can get a glimpse of her. That's the Vikrant. We are barely 50-60 meters away, but there's a barrier for all the dignitaries.
Keeping her a secret until the big ceremony actually kicks in. I get that, Abhishek. Having been to a lot of commissioning ceremonies, this one is the big one, and I'm not surprised that the Indian Navy wants it to be a bit of a surprise, because Akshata, you and I have been covering this, but Abhishek has also been covering it for a long time. But remember, many millions of Indians will perhaps be hearing about Vikrant for the first time. Truly, truly handsome beast of a ship that is about to enter service with the Indian Navy.